Disputes behind the white picket fence. It starts innocently enough. A fence encroaching a few inches over the property line. A barking dog disrupting the afternoon peace. A car alarm shattering the stillness of the night. These minor annoyances can escalate into full-blown neighborhood wars. We've all witnessed it. The simmering tension, the icy stares, the muttered insults. Those living closest to us can often become our greatest adversaries. But why? What sparks these conflagrations in our own backyards? Perhaps it's the very nature of familiarity that breeds contempt. We see our neighbors at their best and worst in moments of joy and frustration. This constant proximity creates fertile ground for disagreements to flourish. From petty squabbles to bitter feuds, neighborly disputes are more common than we think. Even in the supposed tranquility of our homes, conflict lurks just around the corner. Seeds of discord, from loud music to property lines. The reasons for these neighborhood battles are as varied as the individuals involved. Noise complaints top the list, a symphony of barking dogs, blaring music, and late-night parties disturbing the peace. Property disputes are another common trigger, with feuding neighbors arguing over fence lines, overgrown trees, and the use of shared spaces. Then there's the classic parking wars, where competition for limited space ignites territorial instincts. Add to this mix children and pets whose boundless energy and occasional misbehavior can further strain neighborly relations. And let's not forget the nosy neighbor, always watching, judging, and ready to report any perceived infraction to the local authorities. These everyday annoyances, seemingly trivial on the surface, can quickly fester and grow, fueled by misunderstanding, miscommunication, and a stubborn unwillingness to compromise. Like a weed taking root in a carefully manicured garden, these small disputes can quickly choke the life out of neighborly harmony. Fear thy neighbor when disputes turn deadly. The investigation discovery show Fear Thy Neighbor offers a chilling glimpse into the dark side of these conflicts, documenting cases where neighborly disputes have spiraled into violence and even murder. The show features real-life stories of people terrorized by those living next door, their lives turned upside down by harassment, threats, and acts of aggression. One episode features a man driven to the brink by his neighbor's incessant noise, culminating in a tragic act of violence. Another tells the story of a property line dispute that escalates into a deadly confrontation. These are not isolated incidents, but rather disturbing examples of how seemingly minor disagreements can transform into something far more sinister. Fear Thy Neighbor serves as a stark reminder that the potential for conflict exists within every neighborhood. It highlights the importance of addressing disputes early on, before they escalate into situations with irreversible consequences. Section 4. The boiling point, how small conflicts explode. So how do these minor disagreements transform into explosive, life-altering conflicts? Often it's a gradual process, a slow burn fueled by a series of seemingly insignificant events. A disrespectful remark here, a rude gesture there, each interaction adding fuel to the fire of resentment. Miscommunication plays a significant role, with assumptions, misinterpretations, and a failure to communicate effectively fanning the flames of discord. Personalities clash, tempers flare, and soon, neighbors who once exchanged pleasantries are locked in a bitter battle of wills. As the conflict deepens, so too does the divide between the parties involved. Each side digs in, convinced of their righteousness, unwilling to see the other's perspective. This lack of empathy, this inability to bridge the gulf of misunderstanding, creates a fertile ground for aggression and violence. Section 5. Beyond the headlines, real lives torn apart. The consequences of these escalating conflicts extend far beyond the individuals directly involved. Families are torn apart, friendships shattered, and entire communities left reeling in the aftermath. The peace and tranquility of once peaceful neighborhoods are replaced by fear, suspicion, and a pervasive sense of unease. The emotional toll on those caught in the crossfire is immeasurable. The stress of living in a constant state of conflict can manifest in anxiety, depression, and a host of other mental health issues. Children especially are vulnerable to the damaging effects of these disputes, their sense of security and well-being shaken by the discord around them. These conflicts also have a tangible impact on property values, as who wants to live in a neighborhood rife with tension and strife? The financial consequences can be significant, further adding to the burden on those involved. Section 6. The Path to Peace. Bridging the neighborly divide. In a world often defined by division, it's crucial to bridge the divides in our neighborhoods. Resolving conflicts requires listening, understanding, and compromise. Engage in respectful dialogue and seek to understand different perspectives. Empathy and seeing from another's viewpoint are key. Mediation can help find common ground. A neutral third party can facilitate communication and resolution. Participating in neighborhood events fosters cooperation and reduces disputes. Tear down walls with conversations and embrace peaceful coexistence.